Tinubu said the ongoing transformation of the Federal Capital Territory is only a glimpse of what Nigerians should expect. He described FCT's new look as another fulfilled promise of the renewed hope agenda. The president spoke during the inauguration of the Collector Road and Bridge linking the Board of Benchers, Nile University in Abuja's Institution and Research District. Tinubu, who was represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, assured that his administration would continue to invest in cities, satellite towns and rural communities to bring dividends of good governance to the people. The House of Representatives has rejected a motion that President Bola Tinubu should appear before the lawmakers to explain why contractors handling federal government projects were not paid. However, based on the motion, the House mandated an ad hoc committee to interface with fiscal agencies on funds releases and settlement of liabilities. A lawmaker, Alex Mascot Ikwecheg, who moved the motion, said the contractors handling zonal projects had not been paid, despite the presidential directive that the debt should be cleared. He also said the president, as a father of the nation, should be invited to shed light on the implementation of 3 budgets at the same time and why contractors handling zonal intervention projects have not been paid. Ikwecheg said the statement by the Minister of Finance, Taiwo Oyedele, that payments to the contractors had commenced was disputed by the contractors. The Defense Minister General Christopher Musa has charged security operatives not to wait for any order before shooting terrorists, bandits, and other non-state actors on site. The minister was in the state of the Caliphate to distribute 62 units of armored personnel carriers, APCs, and motorcycles donated by Governor Ahmed Aliyu of Sokoto to security agencies for operations to secure the administration, to secure the state. The armored vehicles branded are a gesture in commemoration of the 3rd anniversary of Governor Aliyu administration. However, General Musa advised troops to be aware that they are equipped with the necessary gadgets to effectively conduct the operations professionally. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arraigned Mr. Ahmed Adamu Diko, former Managing Director, Port Harcourt Refining Company Limited, before Justice Eyang Eko of the Federal High Court, Abuja, on a 12-count charge bordering on money laundering. The charge listed Diko and Masterpiece Projects and Investment Limited as first and second defendants. Diko, who led the Port Harcourt Refining Company for about 4 years, pleaded not guilty to a 12-count charge filed against him by the Commission. The EFCC accused Diko of laundering 1,322,839,112 naira 7 kobo in proceeds allegedly linked to contractors engaged by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, for the rehabilitation of the Port Harcourt refinery through cash property purchases, undisclosed bank rotations, third-party fund concealment, and unauthorized currency conversion in violation of the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. Illicit drugs worth over 1.5 trillion naira were seized in the last 18 months by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. The agency also secured the conviction of 5,225 persons for drug-related offenses. NDLEA Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, retired Brigadier General Muhammad Bubamarwa, made this known during the opening of a National Drug Use Summit in Abuja. The event, with the theme Addressing Illicit Drug Use and Trafficking, a call to national action, was organized by the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, NDLEA, and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. The Civil and Public Service of Ogun State will continue to give utmost priority to a cleaner environment to ensure a conducive working atmosphere. The State Head of Service, Olariwaju Saka, reaffirmed this commitment after embarking on this month's sanitation exercise in some ministries and parastatals. Elizabeth Esso reports.
Cleanliness, they say, is next to godliness. This informed the 2-week interval environmental sanitation exercise embarked upon by the new Head of Service of Ogun State, Olariwaju Saka, across ministries and parastatals in the state. The Head of Service, accompanied by the body of permanent secretaries, visited the Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation, OGBC, during the 3rd series of the exercise to monitor the level of compliance by members of staff.
Grown-up cassava that can be harvested so that you can clear that place. Then this forest area, clear under the tree, so that anybody that comes in that wants to put stress, it will be easily sighted. Please, you can engage Minister of Environment.
The team also visited other ministries at the State Secretariat, where the level of compliance was adjudged satisfactory by the Head of Service and the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Environment.
You have done well.
Speaking with OGTV News after the exercise, the Head of Service said the level of compliance during the church outing has been encouraging.
Going by the trend, today I am highly impressed because the compliance level has significantly improved, and the turnout of civil and public servants has been highly impressive. I am assuring the public that by the time we spend almost 6 times of this exercise, there won't be no need for me to go for monitoring. I'm going by the trend of the way Mr. Governor is putting facelifts to all infrastructure in Ogun State. We need to complement that by making sure our natural environment are well tidy up and clean. So we need to complement the effort of Mr. Governor. So I want to charge all civil and public servants of Ogun State to please comply with the circular and make sure they don't need to be monitored. They should be able to do it willingly every 2 weeks.
The sanitation monitoring team visited the Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation, OGBC, Ministries of Information and Strategy, Budget and Planning, Bureau of Pension and Service Reforms, and other ministries and parastatals. The exercise, which is held every 2 weeks, will continue across all government establishments. Elizabeth Esson, OGTV News.
Members of the savings scheme of the Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria, Ogun State Branch, have gathered for the 2025 financial year annual general meeting, reaffirming commitment to financial security, transparency, and improved welfare for members. The meeting, held at the Ogun Bureaucrats House, Magmo, provided an opportunity for members to review the activities of the scheme, assess its financial performance, discuss ongoing projects, and adopt strategies aimed at ensuring sustainable growth and better returns for subscribers. Oloye Shuluade reports.
The savings scheme of the Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria, Ogun State Branch, continued to serve as a platform for wealth creation, investment, and members' welfare. The 2025 meeting offered members the opportunity to review the scheme's financial performance, also focused on strengthening transparency, enhancing members' participation, and advancing the proposed Koriko Workers Estate project, expected to provide affordable housing for subscribers. In his remark, the state chairman of the association, Comrade Olude Issa, said the scheme continued to enjoy the confidence of members, recording nearly 1,000 new subscribers during the 2025 financial year, while the successful Kobape land allocation program had enabled over 500 members to own land property.
In year 2025 financial year, the scheme received applications of nearly 1,000 fresh subscribers. It is an unprecedented demonstration of significant confidence both from the existing members and differentials that the Association of Senior Civil Servant Service Scheme is one high-value savings safe house whose integrity is never in doubt.
He also announced plans to introduce proxy participation as future annual general meetings to enable wider participation by members, reduce logistical challenges, and align the scheme's operations with global best practices in corporate governance. Presenting his annual address, the chairman of the scheme, Comrade Sulaiman Ayodele, disclosed that all regulatory requirements required by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria for the Koriko Workers Estate project had been met, while discussions with prospective investors and financial partners were progressing to ensure the project's successful execution.
We have remained steadfast in providing timely access to member savings upon retirement, which is one of the core mandates of the scheme. I am pleased to report that retiring members continue to receive their accumulated savings together with accrued dividends within 2 weeks of submitting the required withdrawal documentation. This prompt settlement process has provided significant financial relief to our retirees.
The Treasurer and the Auditor also presented the 2025 financial report, highlighting the scheme's income, expenditure, savings, dividends, and overall financial position, assuring members of prudent management of the scheme's resources. Members at the meeting commended the leadership for its prudent management of the scheme and expressed optimism that the ongoing reforms and investment initiatives would further strengthen members' welfare and guarantee a more secure financial future. Olaide Oloye Sholuade, OGTV News.
The State Ministry of Health has marked this year's International Ambulance Day with a road show to raise more awareness on the emergency services available to the people of the state. The ministry says the day is also to celebrate emergency medical workers and raise awareness on timely access to care. Taiwo Fabajo reports.
From accident scenes to maternity emergencies, ambulance crews are often the first line between life and death. International Ambulance Day is set aside to appreciate paramedics, EMTs, drivers, and dispatchers who respond to emergencies 24 hours. The celebration focuses on faster response and public support for emergency workers. For the Ogun State Ambulance and Emergency Services, under the State Ministry of Health, is celebrating International Ambulance Day, marked every 8th July, to raise awareness on the 24 hours free emergency services available to residents in Ogun State. The roadshow will begin at the Governor's office, moves around Okemoso, and ended at Kuto and Okelewo axis of the state. Permanent Secretary in the ministry says the golden hour after an accident determines survivor, adding that emergency victims who make use of the toll-free number for emergency purposes stands to enjoy free medical care.
If you initiate this number by calling that number and initiate the emergency response, you can be sure that for the first 48 hours, you will be treated free. You would pay. Everybody in Ogun State must know this number. 081 12 0033.
The acting director, Ambulance and Emergency Services, notes that the ministry is scaling up awareness of ambulance services across the state, stating that the Health Commissioner has carried out several sensitization talks on the matter.
We have all ambulances positioned in all the 20 local governments in the state. When you call this number at any time of the day, 24 hours, we have our call center that dispatches the ambulances to wherever you have, whether home or domestic accidents, medical emergencies, your wife is in labor, you need to move out to the hospital, your children or your child is having any medical attention, or it's your son, or you are traveling, you saw on the highway, any road traffic accident, you can call this number at any time. Be rest assured that our people, our team that has been trained will respond and they will surely dispatch the ambulance to rescue such life.
He urged members of the public to avail themselves of the dedicated phone number, which operates 24/7. Taiwo Fabajo, OGTV News.
Delegates and head teachers across Ogun State converged on Abeokuta for the 2026 conference of the Association of Primary School Head Teachers of Nigeria, Ogun State Chapter, to deliberate on strategies for strengthening leadership and improving the quality of basic education. The conference featured keynote lectures, health awareness sessions, and recognition of individuals for their contributions to the education sector. While stakeholders reaffirmed the critical role of primary education as a foundation for human development and sustainable living. Margaret Okunola reports.
Primary education is pivotal to human development as it provides the foundation for lifelong learning. Hence, the convergence of delegates comprising head teachers of primary schools across Ogun State for the 2026 conference of the Association of Primary School Head Teachers of Nigeria, Ogun State Chapter. State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Arigbabu, commends the head teachers for their sacrifices, commitment and dedication, while assuring them of the government's continued efforts to improve the education sector.
Quality of teachers we have, so which means the best teachers are still in the public school. So I commend you and I congratulate you. I want you to continue to work with government, continue to work with parents, continue to work with SBMC, all stakeholders in the education sector, for us to properly reposition our education.
Stakeholders in the education sector described the conference as timely, noting that primary education remains the entry point to human development.
It is imperative that every head teacher possesses sound knowledge of phonics and remains technologically proficient to effectively navigate and live in today's digital learning environment. We have continued to champion policies and programs that promote the welfare of teachers, improve school leadership, and advance quality education across Ogun State.
Learning is a continuous exercise. As school administrators, it is expected that we continually develop our professional and leadership skills to enhance progress and success.
The conference was hosted by the Abeokuta South branch of the association.
I want to seize this opportunity to express my profound gratitude to the Executive Governor of Ogun State and our educational regulatory bodies for their continuous commitment to primary education. Like the progressive partners we have, we use this forum to advocate for sustained funding, timely supply of instructional materials, and specialized leadership training program tailored specifically for primary schools administrators.
Highlights of the conference included a health talk titled Understanding Depression, delivered by the Executive Secretary, Ogun State Alternative Medicine Board, Dr. Charles Enrile, and a lecture themed Strengthening Leadership for Quality Basic Education in a Changing World, delivered by Professor Opeyemi Shuaga of Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agoiwe. Awards were presented to dignitaries in recognition of their contributions to the delivery of quality education in the state. Margaret Okunola, OGTV News.
Nigerians have been charged to avail themselves for the 2-week extension of the ongoing voter registration exercise by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. A 2-term executive chairman of Agege local government and Otto of Ebeland, Chief Abdul Ganiu Egunjobi, stated this in Abeokuta at the meeting of the All Progressives Congress Abeokuta North local government area. Fawora Adesong reports.
Nothing is like homecoming for the Otuegba was a 2-term executive chairman of Agege local government in Lagos State, Chief Abdulgani Egunjobi.
This is our good brother Egunjobi, the Otuegba, Ààrẹ Oníbọn of Ilugun and Okeono, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Agbo-Odo, the Akeredun of Ikija, who is our son in Abeokuta North, precisely in Mokola Agbori compound here is only empowering a lot of people. It's a last blessing. If you come from Agege to this place, everybody they come to your house to appreciate everything to meet for everybody.
Egujobi, flanked by top-notch political figures and high-powered representation of the Alake and paramount ruler of Egba land, Oba Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo, as he hosted a day mobilization and sensitization program for electorate in Abeokuta North Local Government area of Ogun State, where a number of people got handsome welfare packages.
As a community leader, there's nothing wrong for us to tilt to one political party. I am here to encourage, to sensitize, to mobilize my people, our people, for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the coming general election, and Senator Olamilekan Adeola for governor, and all APC candidates for the 2027 general election.
Some members of the Ogun State House of Assembly said it was a common knowledge that Alhaji Abdulganiu Egujobi has always assisted his kinsmen from time to time.
They should have trust in the party, APC, that the party will take us to where we're going, and they should have trust in us that come 2027 election, we're going to triumph, inshallah.
Just have it in mind just to bring everybody together, because this is his party.
Being an APC chieftain in Lagos, we believe that those that are in constituency, that are in local government, must also vote APC from top to down.
The chairman of APC Abeokuta South Local Government area, Alhaja Faida Sarumi Akitunde, said the welfare package has been extended to youth and market men and women from the local government area. Alhaja Faida Sarumi Akitunde also urged all well-meaning Nigerians to assist the people without ceasing. Adefowora Adesanwo, OGTV News.
And that brings us to the end of the OGTV News at 2. We thank you for watching, and remember, when there is no struggle, there is no strength. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.